going on, guys? It's Mike from SunnySlope Homestead. Hey, today I'm working with the Mahindra tractor, and I'm not a big tractor user. I've never owned one, and this is a kind of a review for a first-time person who knows nothing about tractors. I know a little bit. I know my ins and outs around them, but by no means have I ever owned one to form a real good opinion. But as a first-time user, this tractor, I kind of had my doubts about it because I'm American made type of guy, but you know, it's my buddy's tractor. He was nice enough to let me use it because I have a big rock project that I'm doing in the back here, and this thing has been just absolutely awesome to use, guys. I mean, I've had a lot of fun with this thing today. Hey guys, if it's a little windy, I apologize. I'm fighting some storm and some weather right here. Last night we got a hailstorm, and I really didn't think I was gonna get out and work today, but I want to tell you, this front end loader, it seems pretty stout. You know, it's American made, which is, I thought it was kind of odd learning about these tractors. This tractor is owned and built by a company in India called Mahindra, and they're kind of like back and forth on what parts are made where. So the front end loader on this is American made in here in the United States, and we'll get into the engine real quick, but I'll just mention right now that the engine, I believe it's a Mitsubishi engine, which Mahindra, sorry, owns 30% of that company. Did you guys know that? I had no idea that an Indian-based company or India-based company is dabbing in the Japanese market. But hey, man, I think they're killing it with a tractor, so might as well. So, guys, the front-end loader on this tractor, it is set up just like a skid steer. You have your quick attachments up here. You just pop your levers off, your front attachment comes off, and you can put your next attachment on just like that. I know the problem I had with the John Deere at work is I needed to replace the front bucket, and the fact that I had to buy John Deere's bucket to replace the one that I had drove me absolutely crazy. And they had an attachment, aftermarket attachment, that could switch to a quick disconnect skid steer type of front end, and it just wasn't feasible. So I really like the fact that this front end load has a quick attachment, and it's made it real easy because I've jumped back and forth from forks to buckets today, and it's done a pretty good job. So, I mean, another thing I want to point out too is everything on this tractor, everything on this tractor is steel, not that cheap plastic stuff. Now, I got my mower. My mower is a John Deere mower, and I don't expect a X320 yard tractor to have steel panels on it because they're supposed to be made cost effective, but man, they just don't stay nice very long. And you move that thing around, I already busted the corner off it because I'm hard on my stuff because, you know, guess I don't know a value of the dollar or something, I don't know. But man, I really like the fact that this thing's all steel panels. The only thing that's not steel is where you see the hand braces back there, or the hand grips. That fender flare is plastic, but it's easy replaceable. So I just got a blade on the back right now because I'm doing a lot of rock in my driveway and stuff. Standard 3-point hitch. It doesn't have a tilt or rock. You have to do that manually adjustment, but it does have a PTO. I'm not really sure what the RPM of that PTO is, but I mean, everything back here seems pretty stout. Now, I know the back end on this is not a cast aluminum, it's a cast iron back end. And one thing I can point out that I do have a little bit of knowledge on, just from the military experience, because the Humvees, but in a Humvee, the way you get so much ground clearance is because they have like a right angle drive. So that means your drives are up here, and it goes through gears that dip down and go through your output shafts, and it gives you a lot of ground clearance. Let's move in closer and I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. I can show you what I'm talking about. So guys, this is the section that I'm talking about right here. It gives you a lot of ground clearance. So it's not a straight axle tractor. It has this right angle drive, these gear reduction drives that drop down and give you a lot of clearance in the back, so you're not dragging a pumpkin. I remember one time I did get a straight axle tractor stuck, and man, if I just would have had these couple extra inches, I probably would have got it out. But yeah, as far as everything else, you know, I don't think this stuff is as sturdy as it looks. I can tell, I haven't used this, but I haven't done this, should I say, but these arms are bending. And I really want to point out that I kind of looked at some of the reviews on this tractor, and they all kind of point towards operator error. And what I mean by that is everything has its limits. And if you're going to push something that's not made to do what you want it to do, then you're going to break stuff. Like my chintzy little black back blade on my Polaris. my chintzy little back blade on my Polaris, man, it has horrible reviews. I haven't had any problems with it because, man, I know that I'm not going to push that thing to the limits. I know it's cheap. I know what it can do, and I know what it can't do. And I think with the negative reviews on this tractor, fall in the same spectrum. If you don't beat it, you're going to be just fine. Now, there's a lot of tractors out there you can really abuse, and I'm not saying that this one can't take the abuse, but you have to know the limitations to your equipment. Guys, it's trying to rain on me right now, so I got to be really quick. But here's that lever I was telling you about. Now, this raises your back attachment here. Getting it on and off this tractor, I was always hitting this thing. And like I said, I wish it was up higher because I was always nailing this. And once I learned to watch my big behind getting off this tractor, it became less of an issue. Probably just the user error. But I think if they put this a little bit somewhere else, just a little bit higher, it'd be perfect. You know, your standard front end loader attachment, hydraulic, up, down, tilt, has all that. One thing I like about this, if you can see it, is everything's color coded, guys. So they really use the KISS method on this. Keep it simple, stupid. Makes it easy for quick attachments. I'm not going to take any of this apart. There's no need for me to do that. But if you ever had to take this off, man, color code, man, I'm a Marine. I don't get paid from the head on up, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah. So one thing I'll point out about this tractor, or another thing, is the fact that there's hardly any vibration to this tractor. Man, it runs really smooth. I mean, the seat's comfortable. There's plenty of leg room. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", if you ask my wife. So, but yeah, the mats, they got a nice thick rubber mat on here so your feet don't fall asleep when you're feeling any type of vibration if you're running any hard dragging or anything like that. But I drug my whole driveway with this thing, and it rode like a Cadillac. I don't know why. This is not a very heavy tractor, but it was smooth running, guys. Pause your rear end. You can lock in your diffs and stuff. Guys, I don't know what these things cost. I'm going to look it up because I'm thinking about buying one. Because I've been looking at the green tractors, if you know what I mean. And the one I'm looking at costs about 25 grand, and it doesn't come with a whole lot of attachments. And what I've heard is you can get a lot for your money going with this tractor. So guys, this is what I've been dealing with today. I had some really deep yard timbers in here all along this edge, and the guy who built them, he buried them that deep. So I had to use the front end loader. I tried digging underneath of them and using a strap and lifting the front end loader, which that tractor, it was getting it done, but it was pulling out in small sections. So what I wound up doing is just hooking to it and then yanking it out. And man, that tractor in low gear, I didn't even have to hit the throttle. It was just poop, popped them right out. I kind of got a little break in the rain. It's misting right now, but I wanted to get out of the barn and show you guys or talk to you guys about this. But the controls on this front end loader, they're really touchy. Now, saying that, I don't know what it is or what causes that, but every time I'm trying to do fine adjustments, it's just like I can move it that much, and it doesn't take much with this little pull of this handle, and that bucket's going whoo, whoo, whoo. Now I'm trying to get better at my sound effects, but work with me, would you? I've been getting rained on all day. As you could tell, I got new clothes on because after I shot up some film up there, I just hurried up and got some work done because I knew that I had to get some stuff done before it started pouring. And good old-fashioned Marines, they always get rained on. I took a week's vacation, and it's rained every single day. So I took opportunity, got the stuff done, got wet, changed clothes, came back to you guys, talked about this tractor. Now, the hydraulics on this tractor, they're real touchy. And what I've noticed is I found it kind of hard to control it because it would either jerk to one side or the other. Now, you'd have to play with that switch and really learn this tractor to get proficient at running this bucket. the back blade attachment there, I noticed when I'm running this lever up and down and I'm starting to hit some low spots and I'm bringing that thing up and it wouldn't move. And I'd have to raise it up a little bit more, and then it would just make a huge jump in the adjustment, and I'd have a big pile of rock when I was laying my driveway out. And I thought that was kind of irritating. The bucket, I've noticed that when you go up and down, you kind of get you can kind of rock it back and forth and get side-to-side action on that. And that seemed to help with over adjusting or over dropping that bucket or over raising that bucket. But the hydraulics on this, they are snappy. They're quick and they're responsive, but it's a little too much, a little too fast. What's up, guys? Had to bring it inside. It started raining outside, so right now we're going to take a look underneath the hood of this Mahindra. Now, this is a 1.3 liter Mitsubishi engine. It puts out about roughly 25 horsepower. It's a diesel motor, and what I could tell you is this thing has plenty of power for what I need to use it for, at least what I've been using it for. The one thing I could say that a lot of people might like about this is it doesn't have a catalyst depth fluid, so you don't have to add any depth fluid to this. Now, most tractors in this class, you have to have a depth fluid additive. This one you do not. So another thing I want to point out is recently I've learned that this tractor is built by Mitsubishi, and it's manufactured by Mitsubishi, but it's sold under the Mahindra name. Now that's just what I found out about this. Now if that's 100% like all the details on that, no, of course not. But find it very interesting that this tractor has ties to Japan and India and America at that. So guys, you know how I was talking about how this tractor has nothing but steel panels all the way around it and how that's really nice, and that the only thing that was plastic was the back fender flares? Well, guess what old Mikey did borrowing this tractor? I busted the fender flare. Man, I was clearing some brush and I had a tree come down. Well, it wasn't a big tree, but I had it sprung out and just smacked this fender and just popped it just like that. And man, you know what? I thought, man, I hate being that guy that borrows something, because I treat everything that I borrow from somebody like it's my own, if not better. And I always return it in better shape. But this really upsets me, because I went and got online and I looked up what it costs to replace this fender, because, you know, that's the right thing to do. And this thing's $150 to replace this. And I can't find anywhere else that they sell this fender. It's like one website that I can find it on besides going to the dealer. And man, that doesn't give me a nice warm fuzzy on that either. That the fact that find something that should be easily replaced is only on one guy's website and I can't find it anywhere else, it kind of peeves me off, especially for 150 bucks. Now it's formed plastic, so it attaches here, goes in the inside, and it comes down right here. So the piece is about that big. Now, it's formed up pretty well, so you're getting a lot of plastic for your money, but still, man, it just sucks. So, to my buddy, hey man, it happens, but I guarantee you, I'll make it right. You know, I know somebody's gonna mention this, guys, but if anybody's noticed, I haven't been using the roll bar the whole time that I've been using this tractor, and I know someone's gonna call me out on it. But in my defense, the reason why I'm not using it is because I know for a fact I'm going to do some damage with this roll bar. Now, I keep this in my barn, and I know that I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget to put this roll bar down when I pull into my barn. And the reason why, and that is the reason why I've kept it down. I wasn't doing anything too crazy with this tractor. Just going up and down hills, no crazy angles. I saw no need to really use the safety device that they provided for me. I saw it more of a risk for me to damage my own property because of my ignorance, that I would not put the dang thing down when I pull into the garage or in my barn, because it's just garage height and I would just rip it all apart. So yeah, I didn't need that going on in my life right now. So if you guys are wondering why I wasn't using a safety device, that's why. All right, I think that looks good. So guys, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. And if you really like the video and you like my channel, please subscribe. Now what I'm doing with YouTube right now on my channel is I'm using it as a tool. And in order for me to use it as a tool, I need you guys as subscribers, and I need content, ideas, and or your comments. That's what I mostly appreciate, is people's comments. Now everything out here is a little slow back here in the woods. I do everything off my iPhone. I don't have great internet out here, so all my uploads are done off-site in town. I can do them here, but like a 15-minute video takes like 3 hours to upload. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I just want to say thank you, and I'll see you on the next episode.